Welcome back to another episode of the Artificially Authentic Podcast with Nick Latour and Raul Rodriguez. And today we're talking about pitch deck design. Hey, Raul. I didn't tell you this, but we got some requests for this podcast. People are very interested in it. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, all your fans are lining up.
Yeah, my fans. I'm super famous. But no. Well, we got some requests. What is we like it. It seems pretty interesting, but tell us more. And it got me thinking. We should probably have like some sort of brand standards, design standards. We've got our little icon that I actually designed with AI that we'll talk about in another episode. Our logo, but I thought, I got to build some sort of pitch deck. And so you know what I did? I immediately went to ChatGPT and tried to figure out how to do it. You think that was a smart thing to do, or?
Yeah, I love that idea. Let's see what you had.
Yeah. So here's what I did. I went to ChatGPT. I would like you to walk me through this because I'm getting pretty good at it, I think. But also, I think I can get better. So I went there and said, hey, ChatGPT, I'd like to build brand standards, a brand standards document for our podcast. I'm attaching our logos, designs. I would like you to identify Pantone colors within the logos and build a brand guide for our marketing purposes.
That's a pretty good prompt, and like we've been saying right from the start, right? The more information you can pass a prompt, the more detailed it can be better. Now, another thing you could try, or listeners can try, is say, I want to do, I want to create a brand center for this. Give me a prompt. So I know we sometimes do that, and it's pretty. It sounds like a little bit weird. Do you ask AI to do a prompt for you? But this is a very good start, and you're passing in all the images, which is really good, and not just the website. Right? You're making it a little bit easier.
All right. Yeah, no. Asking for a prompt. That's like a tip. We'll do a little thing right now. Hey, key tip number 1, ask for a prompt. Ding. And then like something happens. All right. So I entered the prompt and it gave me a little response here. It said that the environment reset cleared necessary tools and I can't currently install new ones. However, I can still analyze your uploaded logo and provide visual brand standards guide, which is awesome. And it gave me some details here. And I was kind of concerned. I was like, what? The environment reset cleared necessary tools. I wasn't sure what that meant. And it's got web colors. What do you think this means?
I honestly don't know, but you can always ask clarifying questions.
Oh, that's great. I should have asked the clarifying questions. Here's tip number 2. Ask clarifying questions. Ding.
And I'm going to even do a third tip.
Okay.
Something I was playing around earlier today when I asked something, I was trying to play around with a family tree, which is not where I wanted to be. But I said, like, is there anything else, any questions that you have to be able to get a better answer? And then so I started doing that. I started that for marketing purposes, and then ChatGPT asked me, yes, I want you to answer these 6 questions.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great like tip there. Now let me show you what it gave me with this request. This is what it generated for me. This is a PDF full brand standards and marketing kit. It's okay. It kind of made a little brand mission. Artificially authentic bridges the gap between human connection and emerging technology. It came up with this on its own, right?
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cool. We exist to educate, empower, and entertain professionals navigating the world of AI, especially in a little editing issue here in promo. Here's a cool thing. It made a color palette. It actually pulled the like hex and RGB colors from our logo.
What could be cool is you can add in the prompt, like for the color palette, add Pantone colors.
Ah, yes, Pantone. That's really important. That's a little check. That's another tip number 3. What tip are
Or
we on?
four.
Tip number 4. Ding. Add more. Got typography. It seems as though it maybe identified a font. I'll have to check that because I'm not
Interesting.
sure that it was Orbitron, but it's pretty good. It's really good. Now, this logo usage, right? So it set up some standards with how to use the logo, use original colors. These are things from other brand standards documents that people use in the space, right? Marketing people are always creating things like this. Voice and tone even. So it's got some good detail in this document. This is not a final product. This is not a finished document. Obviously, it doesn't look very good. It's basic. It's got good information, but I think I need more. Don't you think?
Yeah, and it's a great start.
Okay. Well, so speaking of which, let's move on from there. So because it's not exactly how I wanted, and it's not exactly what I probably need for completing this task of creating our brand standards, I then asked GPT, please expand to a full branding kit. Now, looking back, I think I know what mistake I made here with this prompt. Based on what we just saw, this could have been a lot more detailed. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. And
because
also
yeah.
like I noticed that which model did you use for this?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I used 4.0, and I thought that would be a good model to use. After this prompt, in fact, because I wasn't getting the results I wanted, I did switch. So, because previously I didn't get the right prompt when I said please expand to a full branding kit, I then went to oh 04 mini high.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I did that, and please tell me if you think this is a good choice, it's great at coding and visual reasoning. And I thought visual reasoning, looking at these images and art, I thought maybe this would be an upgrade from the search I just previously did.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times the best thing you can do is try different models, and you can just try O4 Mini, like, and see, like, especially when you try new things, you don't know, and there'll be no guidance until you try it. And I, a lot of times, will start in 4.0, which is faster, but then I was like, oh, I want something like a little bit more intense, and I'll move to O4 instead of 4.0. I know it's confusing, or O3, like, so there's all these different ways in which um, you can do it. Um, but try things out.
That's a great tip. That's tip number 5, I believe. Tip number 5: try all the versions. Try new versions. Ding. All right, and the version that it created from that was also a bit lackluster from design standpoint. It had more information, but I needed it to look a certain way. And really, Raul, we need to
Mm-hmm.
make a slide deck. That we need a
Yep.
pitch deck for artificially authentic. So the next prompt I used using oh 04 Mini High was, please create a slide deck version using brand colors and logos to help design it. I'm going through this right now. I realize this is not a good enough prompt. However, what was created from this was actually not too bad. It looks something like this. What was created were sort of 3 versions or sort of templates for a slide deck, and
That's pretty good.
it's not bad. Now, one thing I noticed on this one was the you can see the logo in the bottom right corner is distorted.
Yeah.
It's stretched out. It's not good. Um, and so yeah, like this, we can't use this. This doesn't meet brand standards. The colors are cool. Here's another one. Kind of like this one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good too. I
It's
mean,
got the yeah.
it's very creative, like we were saying. Like AI is great for that creative spark.
And this one's even cool. It's got this little gradients. It's still using kind of our color palette, and it's not as
Yeah.
for spending just a few moments with prompts. This is really not too bad.
And what's cool when you're doing creative things is you can always ask it, like, I like this or I didn't like this. Give me 5 more variations, and so on and so on and so on. Because again, AI really excels at creativity and doing different things. And it's not great when you want precision. Now, here at Merch AI, we're working on figuring out how to do things very precise. That's a big part of our R&D. But in general use of AI, it's much better for creativity, and you can just keep asking for more and more and more.
Yep. And that's, you know what? That's a great segue because that's exactly what I did. I asked it to create new variations and make sure the logos maintain their scale and also create editable source files.
Great,
Because
yeah, great prompt.
thank you. Yeah, because what I realized with that last one was everything was static and it was fine, but with it being stretched, with our logo not being perfectly in there, it was an issue. So it recreated the same designs with the diagonal stripe layout with the watermark, and it kind of wasn't again very accurate. And I decided I don't know if I like those hard colors, so I thought, you know, what's going to be even better is if we kind of mute them, like make it a little softer, but still using our color palette.
Mm.
I thought that could be a good approach. So my final prompt here was please redesign these with new styling using more muted tones of the brand colors and create editable source files. So the final result here is a muted version of our brand colors, but it also adds some warmth to it. And I think it's the right look and feel for basic pitch deck design. And now we can simply plug in all of our details about the podcast to pitch it to people to show them what we're all about using this beautifully ChatGPT designed pitch deck.
I agree. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Good prompts.
Thanks, Raul. I appreciate that. I'm getting better. Hey, man, you've taught me a lot just through the last few, episodes of this. We had the AI agents of the LLMs, and I'm listening to you talk as we go through these. And it's clear that the better the information we put in, the better the end result will be.
Yeah. It's all about having the right prompts.
Yep, it's all about the right prompts, Raul, and I hope this pitch deck will prompt. You see what I did there? I hope this pitch deck will prompt any potential interested parties in finding out more about artificially authentic. And maybe it would be interesting, Raul, to invite guests on who are AI experts in their own field and talk about something that can help our industry even further. You like that idea?
I would love it. Yes. We should look around our contacts, see who we find.
Let's do that. I'm going to use this pitch deck, and I'm going to start putting it out there for some promo pros. And if you're listening to this and you're interested in AI and you want to talk on the Artificially Authentic podcast, send us an email in the comments section below. I'll put the good contact info for us, and we'll get you on the show. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.